it's kind of interesting that Santa Claus punched a heretic in the face. Kind of makes it really interesting little story. So this night's stream, it was brought to my attention that in the last stream and in the video I posted from that last stream, that there was a slight correction. See, I trip up on my words a lot too. There's a slight correction that needs to be had in that previous video when I'm talking about apostolic succession. I mentioned the name of Arius as being a bishop, and I looked back through my notes and papers, and turns out there's only one historical source that names Arius as a bishop. Now, this was prior to his first excommunication. We don't have a whole lot of record of that, so it's a little suspect. It is known that he was a presbyter, although, looking back on my notes, I think I mixed up Arius with Nestorius. You know, you see they both start with us, or end with us. They both end with us, so Arius, Nestorius. I probably mixed the two up. Nestorius was probably the one I was thinking about. He was an archbishop. So, obviously, my argument is invalid. No, I'm just being sarcastic. No, the argument is still valid with apostolic succession. Just, when you go back and watch my stream or my last video, just remember to replace Arius with Nestorius, and that'll make a much better historical, accurate argumentation. However, since we are on the internet, and we know that anyone who says anything wrong or mixes up something, or does like I do a lot of the time, and has a somewhat of a drunken slur at times and confuses my words, we know their argument can't be valid. Because obviously, if they mess up on one tiny little thing, then it must be completely wrong, right? So I decided this morning that I had to do something to atone for my sin of naming Arius instead of Nestorius. So I decided to unplug myself from the Matrix and go back into time. Yes, I went back in time in order to get video footage from the Council of Nicea. Now, what you're going to see on your screen is actual video footage of St. Nicholas punching Arius the heretic. Now, if you don't know the story about what's going on with this and why I'm doing this, St. Nicholas was an actual saint, if you didn't know that. He was, during the time of the Council of Nicea, or was an actual bishop, and he actually was attending the Council of Nicea, and he sees Arius, the story goes, and because he's so furious about the lies that Arius is telling, he goes up and he punches him in the face. St. Nicholas punches Arius in the face. And depending on which source you read, some say it was a closed fist, some say it was open-handed slap. Either way, it's kind of interesting that Santa Claus punched a heretic in the face. Kind of makes it really interesting little story. So I decided, in order to make up for my faux pas of using the wrong names historically in the last stream, I would go back in time and get y'all actual footage from the Council of Nicea when St. Nicholas punched Arius in the face. So I'm going to pull up this video now. Here is the video, the actual footage of St. Nicholas punching Arius in the face. Here goes. See, there's St. Nicholas. There's Arius. Look at his face. He's so afraid.
I'm going to deck your halls, bub.
I'm going to deck your halls, bub. Yep. And Arius tries counter move. Nope, not going to work. Oh, look at that. St. Nicholas got him. And there it is. Look at Arius's face right there. Just seething with all of his false teaching and lies about Jesus. All of his lies about Jesus not being consubstantial with the Father. There it is. That's the result of it. That is actual footage of St. Nicholas punching Arius in the face.